Good morning. Quietish Monday coupon. Not many trading angles. Let's have a look. Seemed to be emphatic performances from favourites yesterday. Brøndby, an example, 3-0 up by half time. No trading angle really there at all. Cardiff and Wrexham. Welsh derby. Newly promoted Wrexham. They will be delighted with an away point on their seasonal bow. No real trading angle there yet again. Guniston and Ilves. The red card, did it impact on performance? Well, yes, because it would have perhaps tempted you in to lay that Desmond Tutu at some point. Got a 2-2 at half time. We've got a red card in the 56th minute, very early in the second half. Already, the home side have scored 2 goals, albeit one of them an own goal. Can they take advantage? Did you lay the draw? 81st minute, Milovanov getting the goal that you craved. So possibilities there. And this lot have even got Mr. Bamba, Mr. Gascoigne playing. So even if you've got Bamba Gascoigne, the lesser known brother of Paul Gascoigne, still couldn't get the win. Looking elsewhere, Coppa Italia, job done. Clean sheet, wins to 0. Not much we can do with that. Eredivisie, what have I told you about the Eredivisie? Say it along with me. Both teams to score and over 2.5 goals accumulator. Try that on for size every time the Eredivisie is out. And one of these days, it'll pop in. And how? This is the Eredivisie. That's what I expect from it. An absolute avalanche of goals. Both teams getting involved, highly competitive, and an absolute goal fest. 7, 10, 4 in total. And they didn't stop there. Look at Benfica. Wow. Again, it's very much aligned to this. Goals before half-time, potential win to 0. Easy as you like for Benfica in a European week. They are actually playing on Thursday, by the way. So it was a big surprise to see them playing on a Monday. But it looks like they were given an easier team to play. Elsewhere, not much else going on. Seasonal bows, very difficult to unpack, very difficult to take on any 0-0s, unless the stats were emphatic for Gijón and Sabadell. Sabadell deserved to get something out of this. They will be disappointed not to have taken 3 points based on the in-play stats. But again, as is the problem with a lot of teams, all of their good work is basically shots off target. Far too many of them. Well, Häcken packed up 1.33. Squeaky bum time when you've got a 1-0 scoreline. That's always a problematic scoreline for such a strong favourite. It means Halmstad are in there until the death, if they can just break through. Utter dominance from Häcken. No real trading angle at all there. So that's pretty much the story of yesterday. So let's have a look on to today's trading angles. And again, first legs. What are we going to do with first legs? I think, wasn't it Shanghai Shenhua got us a play at the weekend? Not too enamoured with this match against Father Ted's favourite team, or Mrs. Doyle's favourite team, Beijing. Go on, Father, have a cup of tea. We will see. 2.17 the favourite. It is researchable at Soccer Stats, and given we've got so many unresearchable matches, let's just take a stroll through this Chinese Super League match. It's not shown at the top. CH is Switzerland, so we have to go here. Chinese Super League. Let's see if there's anything to distinguish these two teams. So let's just remind ourselves, Shanghai Shenhua. Must be a cup match, is it? Because it's not shown here for some reason. Shanghai Shenhua, bang smack in the middle of the league table. That looks to be postponed, so I don't know what is going on there. It's showing up on Betfair. It's showing up on Flash Score. So we'll have a quick look. It looks to be a side who've just had a bit of a rough time of it and then suddenly come back to 2 wins, keeping clean sheets. So a reaction to conceding 2+ goals in 4 consecutive matches. They've tightened the ship, Shanghai Shenhua. 91% over 1.5 goals at home should give you something to think about as well. Working your way down. 7 matches without a draw. So can we lay any draw, any 0-0 at half time? Conceded in the last 7 at home. All about the context of the challenge table as well, if that appears here. Concede late and heavy. Watch out if there's a 1-goal in it match in the last 15 minutes. Very concerning for Shanghai Shenhua. This is the challenge table. They're playing Beijing Go On Father. Have a cup of tea. 1-1. Not met 2nd to 5th at home. So we've got a gap in form. But the inference is that they've been unable to beat the top 5 home or away this season. But suddenly, 5 goals against Dalian Yingbo, 2 goals against Chongqing as well. How are they going to get it on against 5th? Looking at Beijing, go on, father, have a cup of tea. Away from home today, so our major focus is on their away form. And you can see a pattern emerging, can't you? Struggles on 2 occasions. They did score, and they conceded that 2nd goal, which they've done on, well, particularly against the top 3 and against Chongqing in 7th, playing 9th today. Sudden inability to score that 2nd goal. I don't know, that's just coincidental around this lot. But there is a bit of a both teams to score bias here for Beijing Guan if they are actually playing today. Recent form, red hot as well, so we cannot discount that. 8 goals in 2 matches. So momentum is certainly with the away side here today. Scored in the last 16 matches, scored and conceded in the last 5. So with the home side conceding in the last 7 at home, you might want to take on a home side lead on what we can see here. Away from home, 2nd half, extreme bias, 72% plus of goals scored and conceded away from home have come in the 2nd half in Beijing Guan matches. So we've got a ready angle. 2nd half angle is a very, very strong one here. That's the main bit of information I'll take out of this one. 2nd half goals expected. Beijing Guan looking pretty solid, coming into this in the form of their lives. EFL Trophy, watching brief, I'm afraid, throughout here. We've got 5 out of 6 odds on favourites at home, which is a good sign. It gives us an automatic bias, and it seems to be the under-21s who aren't fancied by the market in any way at all. 7 o'clock kickoff for these. Liquidity might be an issue, but we've got some ready trading angles already. The market doesn't like these under-21 sides in the EFL Trophy, does it? Opposed every single one of them by inserting very strong odds on favourite opponents. Professional Development League, a bit like the Dutch Eredivisie. Goals, goals, goals expected. It's a very good 2.5 goal league, generally speaking. Premier League Cup as well, similar story. Champions League qualifiers. Dinamo Zagreb against Viking. Now you know why Viking lost at the weekend. Now you know why Fenerbahce lost at the weekend. This distraction is huge, isn't it? Not much I can report to you. These are only first legs. So the market is non-committal, particularly with AEK Athens. Evens favourite Fenerbahce minus Jose Mourinho, who was with them a season or 2 ago. Tried to get them deep into the Champions League. Dinamo Zagreb, I wouldn't be fancying them at 1.8. Viking have had an exceptional season in Norway. Full of goals as well, domestically at least. Dinamo Zagreb tend to flounder when meeting non-Croatian opponents. So 1.8 looks a little skinny in that regard there. And that is it, of course. The greatest football team who's ever existed. Thailand are playing Singapore. They are the team every team wants to be, Thailand. I have to say this because of my visa conditions. They are just chock full of 11 Thai versions of George Best. Fantastic stuff. Likely to batter the life out of the Singaporeans later on with barely a scratch to their name. Any leagues we're missing? Well, not really. Greek Cup might get a look to take it to the top. Pin it here and it goes to the top. So any leagues we've neglected, you can pin at the top. We might just get some recognisable leagues returning to us, but not in this particular case. We've got the Swedish Cup as well. Some familiar names: Falkenberg, Elfsborg. Tend to see the favourites away from home: Örebro, Sandviken. So all of the Allsvenskan and Superettan teams, you will note, generally away from home. I wonder if that's reflected in the market there for the Swedes. Yeah, look at the bias towards odds-on favourites away from home there. This is what you tend to see in some of these European Cup matches. It tends to be the away side that's the strong favourite. That's about it for tonight. I don't know whether I'll be appearing this evening for the sake of 3 Champions League matches. You can cope admirably yourself. EFL Trophy will have liquidity issues, but it does offer us a potential trading angle if we can trust the market. So a quietish one this evening. I don't know if members will need my help for 3 first legs in the Champions League, where one of them is 2.59, the favourite. So short and sweet today. There's very little I could pass on to you with these first legs and cup matches predominantly. Highly unlikely I'll be up and about at 8 p.m. for only 3 Champions League matches for members. We do have an avalanche of first legs appearing in the coming days with the Europa League and particularly a very long Conference League coupon. That's probably where we're going to find more trading angles, not 3 Champions League first leggers, which are very difficult to unpack. Have a great day. Probably won't be seeing members, as I say, later on. Have a great day. See you again tomorrow.